Welcome everyone. We want to wish a mazel tov to Rav Feuersheimer on the birth of an Einikel. Should be Zeicha in Eretz Yisrael, right? Should be Zeicha lachnisa l'brisa shel Avram Avinu b'zmana. You see, ready? Tov Shin Pei Dalet is already a gewaldige yar. Baruch Hashem. Baruch Hashem. Noel ben Zachar, Nisrapa Kol HaMishpacha Kula. It's Yerushalmi. Rav Moshe was he used to quote that Yerushalmi. Boy is born, it's a good refuah for the whole family. Okay, so we are holding with Mishna Vav and Zayin, right? Mishna Vav and Zayin, and we learn, sponsored by the Fisher family, Lila Nishmas Basi Bas Robert, Shalom ben Avram Alevi, Perel Bas Ruvain. We learn also Lila Nishmas Chaim Zanvil ben Moshe, Refuah Shalem for Eliyah Moshe ben Chayesar, Schus of Avram ben Yom ben Shben Malki Yehudis and family, by Yol Klugman and family, for my Shver, Avigdor Aryeh ben Rivka, and Meir ben Chayesar. They should have a Refuah Shalema. I'm already going ahead because I have to make up again for Yom Tov. So this is today's Mishna Yomis. So cotton, a minor, kairei bat Torah, could learn from Torah, and umetargim. He can also give the translation. The idea being that he doesn't have to be mitzi anybody, and therefore he's allowed to do it. Avalena Paris al Shema, but he can't say Baruch Hu, ve'ein oivel lefnei teva. He can't daven chazoros hashatz. Ve'ein noisias kapav, and he cannot duchen alone. That means if the only kayin that's there is a child, so it's not covered at tzibur, that a child should duchen alone. Of course, with others, a child could duchen. Peicheach. Peicheach is somebody whose clothing is in tatters, his clothing is torn, and uzra'osav nirim b'mechutz, and his hands are revealed. So, Poicheach Peiris es Shema u'metargim, he could say Baruch Hu, he could translate Avalena Koyer bat Torah, he cannot learn from the Torah, ve'eino oivel lefnei teva, he can't daven for the Amid Chazoros Hashatz, ve'eino noisei kapav, and he cannot duchen. These are all things that does not show, in the case of Torah, it doesn't show Kavod Torah, and it's not the way you're Oimid b'fnei HaMelech, before Hashem, and it's not covered for the call for him to duchen that way. Summa, Peiris Eshma, a blind person could say Baruch Hu, even though Peiris Eshma means he's going to make the bracha of Yoitzer HaMa'oros, and he can't see the Ma'oros, or Metargim, and he can translate by heart. Rabbi Yehuda says, Kol Shaloi Ra Ma'oros Miyamav, if he's blind from birth, Le'aleinu, he should not be blind at all. If a person is blind from birth, Eina Peiris Al Shema, because he never enjoyed the luminaries. He can't say Baruch Atah Hashem Yotzei Ma'oros. The Rabbanan don't hold that way, because the Rabbanan say he gets benefit from the luminaries because other people can help him walk through the light of the sun, so he gets indirect benefit. He could say Yotzei Ma'oros. Kayin sheyesh biyadav mumen, a kayin that has on his hand blemishes. His hands are inverted. Lo yises kapav, he can't duchen, because we know that would attract the tzibur to look at it, and the tzibur is not allowed to look at it because the shechina is shayra on the hands of the kayin, and it says v'lo rani ha'odam b'chai, and therefore he shouldn't duchen. Now the poskim say that nowadays that the kayin covers his hands with a talis, he would be allowed to duchen. Rabbi Yehuda Aimer, af misha yodav tzvuus isatis upua, if a person who doesn't usually, in other words, he's not in that profession, if he's in the profession, then people are used to his hands looking that way. But if his hands was dyed with woad or madder. Woad is a bluish dye, madder is a reddish dye, and people are getting gawk at it. Lo yisa es kapav mipnei she'am mistaklim by, because people look at it. The same thing is true in the olden days when they duchened mamish barefoot, and a person had a mum, let's say amputated toes, it would be a problem. Again, today, I had this maisa in my shul. I had a kohen that was a diabetic, but he wore socks. So nobody saw that he had amputated toes, so he could duchen. But in the time where they don't wear socks, so it would be a problem. Just like nowadays, it's not a problem with their hands because they cover their hands with the talis. It's not a problem with the toes because they wear socks. Tonight, Mitzvah Hashem, by the Daf Yomi, we're going to be learning 2 blot to do tonight, today's blot, and tomorrow's blot. And I won't be here for the first days, so I want to wish everybody a wonderful, sweet Yom Tov, and thank you for supporting the shul. We have already a few extra people beefing up the minyan, but we could use all the help we can get. You know, people say, I was kaveya here, I was kaveya here. We have a shul where people go, why have you been kaveya in other places? You have a responsibility to the shul. I'm kaveya here, I'm kaveya here, I'm kaveya here. If you go away to the children, Baruch Hashem, that's why many of us moved to Lakewood, to go to the children, Baruch Hashem, that's good. But if you're going to be in Fairways and you enjoy the shul, please try to support the shul. Thank you all for making this such a beautiful minyan.